Falling in love with who I am. I don't have time for anything that's gonna harm me. It may be hard to understand. Words have the power to empower or destroy me now.
Hey, my sun rays. How you doing today? This is your girl Tuan, and today is Sunday. And I just want to share with you guys what I cooked for today. For dinner, for my husband and I, we just came home from church. I just changed clothes. We're gonna fix our plate so we can get ready to eat Sunday dinner. It's 12:22 to be exact. But I want to share with you guys because I did tell you that I was gonna start prepping for my meals on the week. Sunday's just really not gonna work for me to be doing this all the time on Sunday. So I think I'm gonna start prepping like midweek. I don't know. I'm thinking I may start doing it like on Fridays, or I may even do it like on a Wednesday and just prep, then that way on my weekends I can really relax and things like that. With that being said, I'm gonna share with you what I have here. So my husband did agree that I can start prepping for him at least 3 meals a week. So what I did, I prepped 2 for him and 2 for me. And I'm just going to share with you what I have. So for my husband, I have mashed potatoes. And then I have this Sicilian mix vegetables that I buy frozen from Gordon Food Store. And this is what it looks like. I'm sorry, it's not Sicilian blend. It's the Riviera blend. It's a huge bag like this. This is what I have for my husband for his vegetable to go along with his salmon. And this is about 5.3 ounces of salmon. And then the other one I think is 5.1 ounces that I have for him. And so on the salmon, all I did was season it with this Kinder's Bourbon Peach. Now this is my first time using this season, so we'll see how it goes, but I'm thinking it's going to be good. Because I had some bourbon seasoning before at a restaurant, but it wasn't peach. So we'll see how it goes. And then on the vegetables, of course, I used my Tuan's Complete seasoning that I mix up on my own. So my husband will have this for 2 days for his lunch. And I know I said 3. And then for the third meal that he'll have, this meal has been frozen, of course. But I share with you guys how I made this brown rice with quinoa, ground beef, andouille sausage and dual sausage, not black beans, but red beans, and also ground beef, 97%? No, 93% lean. And I also put a can of tomatoes, diced tomatoes and chilies in this, and it's really, really good. I shared it with you guys on my last update that I did, so you guys can see. What I eat in a day video, and also I shared it last week Sunday when I actually made these. So I have 4 of these. So my husband will have one with this, and if he decides that he wants to eat another one, he can, but he'll probably just eat sandwiches the other 2 days. However, me myself, I would probably eat 2 of these along with my salmon that I have. Okay, so let me put this back in the freezer for right now. So what I'll do on the day that we actually eat the rices, I will just take them out, of the freezer, and just let them sit out instead of putting them in the refrigerator when I get to work. And when he get to work, he doesn't put it in the refrigerator. He just put it on his desk and let it just kind of sit until so it can defrost a little bit before lunch, and then he can warm it up. Now, what I have is something different. I saw Patrice Denise, her vlog, and she was showing that she was eating some Brussels sprouts with honey. I said, oh, I'm going to try that. Because it was already in my mind to try it when my husband and I went to this restaurant here in Tampa for our anniversary. And I had some caramelized Brussels sprouts. And they were caramelized with honey, and they had bacon on top, and it was really good. So I have, now my salmon is a little larger than my husband because I need a little bit more protein. So mine are one of these are 7.1 ounces and the other one is 7.3 ounces. I can't remember which one is which. So what I'm going to do when I track them, I'm just going to track one day 7.1. The next day I'm going to track 7.3 because at the end of the day, it's all going to even up and total out, right? Had something on the counter. I'm going to wipe it off. Okay, so with that being said, you guys, what I did was I took some of this hot honey that I purchased from Aldi. Yeah, I purchased this from Aldi. And it's hot honey. It's infused with chilies. And so I put that 1 tablespoon on top of my Brussels sprouts. My Brussels sprouts, I put some of mine complete season that I make my own into the air fryer. And I put it on the air fryer, I think, about 15 minutes. I think I let it cook halfway, and then after it finished halfway, I put a little bit of this to show you guys what I used. I took it out, I put it in a bowl, and then I put a little bit of this balsamic oliveta. I think that's how they pronounce it. But anyway, it's like olive oil mixed with balsamic. So I put some of that on it, shook it up real good and put it back in there for the rest. I think like another 6 minutes or so. So altogether it's like 15 minutes that I cooked it. Just to give it a little bit of a good little taste to it. I like it like that. And so again, I have on my salmon, just a bourbon seasoning by Kinder's. I put 1 tablespoon of this hot honey. And this was like drizzled on it as it was cooking. So that is what I'm going to have for one day. And then another day, I'm going to have the same salmon. This time, instead of putting the bacon on it, let me go back. I just didn't put any bacon. I put this honey sriracha bacon on this one. This is with the honey. I got the honey sriracha bacon. I brought this bacon from a farmer's market we had at work. It was someone in the side of a tent. They have like different vendors out there up under tents, and then some are in food trucks. So this company here was at a tent, and it's a local company here in Tampa. And I brought 3 different bags for them. I got the honey sriracha, I got the candy bacon, and then I got this is beef. This is a teriyaki. Only good thing about this is that the teriyaki gives me the nutritional value on the back of the bag. These does not. So it is what it is. But anyway, I just took a few pieces. It's all broken up. And I just crumbled it up on top. And then on this one, I crumbled up candy bacon. And I put 1 tablespoon of the balsamic glaze. So I don't really know how to track the bacon that I put on there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to track it as 1 piece of bacon. Because it's probably about equal to 1 piece of bacon. If you look at, the little that I crumble, it might even be a half a piece of bacon. But I don't know. What you think? Probably a half a piece of bacon. But because of the candy, I don't know. I'm just going to track it as I put a half a piece of bacon on each one. And, I'm going to be off a little bit because of the candy part. I'm sure is some type of, oh, there it goes. It says light brown sugar. That's what it is. It's light brown sugar on the candy bacon. And then the honey sriracha bacon, of course, it says that it's honey. So, I don't know how much honey. I don't know how much brown sugar. I'm just going to track it as, half a piece of bacon. And then I'm not going to worry about the little extra for the honey and the brown sugar. How about that? Because at the end of the day, I don't eat my exercise points, my exercise calories. Let's just say that. So I should be good. Let's see. So that's what I would have for 2 days. And then, like I said, the other 2 days I can eat on the rice if I choose to. Or I could just probably do the rice one day, and then maybe I can do leftovers from Sunday dinner. With that being said, let me move all this, and then I'm going to share with you what I have for Sunday dinner. Okay, you guys, so this is Sunday dinner, you guys. I cooked, let me start with the vegetable. I cooked yellow squash with onion. And only seasoning I put on this, I put a little bit of salt. I used some pink Himalayan salt. I used garlic powder and onion powder. Well, not powder, but the granulated onion and the granulated garlic. And that's it. I put a little olive oil in the pan, let it got real hot, and then I added the chopped yellow squash with the onion. And then I have here is my chicken thighs. So what I did was I boiled the chicken thighs. I added my complete seasoning that I use. And then I let it boil for maybe about a good 20 minutes with water. And then I add 1 can of cream of chicken soup. It doesn't matter what brand you use. This time I use a brand that I got from Aldi. And then I put in some chopped onion and green peppers after the meat cooked for about 20 minutes. And then after maybe another 5 minutes or so, then I added 1 bag of this Regano pasta wide egg noodles. This is the first time I ever used these noodles before. I purchased these from Aldi. And what made me get these is because 1.5 cup serving of the noodles is 8 grams of protein. I was like, oh, that's not bad. And it's 39 carbs. So if you look at this, I probably got about 1 cup. I know I don't have 1.5 cup. I'm going to start with this 1 cup of noodles because I didn't measure it. And Sundays, I usually don't measure and track anyway. Only thing missing, you guys, I normally would make some type of cornbread, but usually with a meal like this, we would eat some type of roll. But I told my husband on the way home, he said he really didn't have to have any roll because we was going to stop to the store and get some rolls because when I was in Aldi yesterday, I couldn't find any rolls that had a lot of fiber. So my husband was like, that's okay, I'll just eat a piece of regular bread. And I was like, that's a great idea because I do need to get some more fiber in my body this morning. So what I decided to do is I am going to take a piece of this keto-friendly rich bread, and it's white. I'm going to toast it, and I'm going to have that as my bread, because once I warm this up, I'm going to have a lot of little, I guess what you call juice, gravy, or whatever that's going to fall off the noodles. So I'm going to make sure I use, now we use our bread and we wipe the pot liquor with the bread. That's what I'm going to do with this. I'm going to toast it just a little bit. But 1 slice of this is 10 carbs, 10 fiber, and 1 fat, 35 calories. So I said, well, I'll toast a slice of this to have to wipe my pot liquor and eat my pot liquor from my chicken and noodles. So that would give me 10 fiber to go along with, I guess maybe 1 fiber here, because 1.5 cups gives you 2 fiber. So I guess I'll probably be eating about 3 fibers here, 10 here, that's 13. And then I had 7 grams of fiber this morning when I had my protein shake. I had an Atkins protein shake this morning, you guys, because normally I fast on Sunday mornings, but I decided that I wasn't going to fast this morning because I'm eating very small portions now that I'm on 15 milligrams. So I was like, you know what? I need to go ahead and get something in my body this morning. So this morning I drank an Atkins protein shake, which is 30 grams of protein, and it does have 7 fiber. However, I added 1 scoop of my collagen to give me an extra 9. Yes, an extra 9 grams of protein. So I had 39 grams of protein this morning, which is great. So yeah, your girl gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start eating, you guys. I just wanted to share that with you guys because I want to start showing you what I'm actually prepping and give you ideas of how to prep. Maybe I'll go live and actually cook the next time I actually do my prepping, so you can actually see the whole 9 yards of what I'm doing. But that being said, thank you guys so much for joining Trace of Tuan's Life. I hope you have a very best of the rest of your day. All right, you guys. And since it's Sunday, let's be good and keep this day holy. Okay. All right, y'all. God bless.